Okay, so in the previous session we have seen that we have got the data from the flat file. To be more specific, the flat file was of notepad format, .txt format. Now this data was moved to the internal table. Now how do we move to the screens is the concept that we are going to discuss now, and how do we save this. So to move this data from internal table to screens, first and foremost is we need to have the recording. We need to do the recording. Now what does the recording enable us to do is, recording actually records all the inputs that we are giving in each screen. In every screen, what are the inputs that we are giving will be recorded in the recording. Once this recording has been done, once the recording has been done, then after that, what we have to do is we have to go ahead and use that recording in a program, in the program that we have done. So we use this recording in the program and then upload that into the, move it into the screen, means the transaction. We move all these things into the transaction. So for this, what we do is we will be using the recording. Recording will be doing SHTP transaction. Recording of this screen will be doing in the SHTP transaction. So SHTP transaction will go and will record for MM01. Okay, because we are using MM01, right? So we'll record MM01. So in first screen, what is the input? Second screen, what is the input? Everything will be recorded. And when we record, we will see that there are values. I mean, like if let's say material number I give it as some K00 K100. So this will be seen. But then we will replace this value with work area WA underscore MM01 hyphen MATNR. So we'll replace this hard code value to work area name. Now what will happen work area hyphen MATNR is, in the work area hyphen MATNR, every time a new record will come. So we'll write this loop here, loop at IT underscore MM01 into W underscore MM01. Then we have to write the end loop. So what will happen is, we will everywhere where we see the hard-coded values in the recording, in that recording we will change that to work area value. What will happen in that is, every time a new record will come into the work area when it comes to the loop, and that gets updated here. This is what we'll do. Okay. After this, we'll go for call transaction. Say whatever transaction is there. We are doing for MM01. Okay. Using IT underscore BDC data. Now, what is IT underscore BDC data contain is, the IT underscore BDC data will be of type BDC data. So, BDC data, what is the use of the BDC data? I'll explain you now. And using IT underscore BDC data, mode A, update A. Mode A, update A. So call transaction MM01 using IT underscore BDC data, mode A, update A. Now here in this case, what will happen is, what is mode, what is update? So there will be, actually three modes. In modes, we'll have all screen display, no screen display, error screen display. All screen display, no screen display, and error screen display. These are the three types of modes that we have in the call transaction. So MM01 using IT underscore BDC data. So mode A, update A. Now in this, what we have is, these are the three types of modes, and we'll have updates. There will be two types of updates: asynchronous and synchronous. Now, let's understand about the different types of modes. All screen display means when we are executing it, whenever the data is getting updated, all this data will be uh, visible to us on the screen. Means whatever is getting updated, it will be visible to us in the screen. This is all screen display. No screen display means if you execute, nothing will be displayed on the screen. Error screen means only error values only will be displayed on the screen. When we do that on the scenario on the system, it will be more clear for you. So updates, asynchronous and synchronous. What is asynchronous? What is synchronous? But let's go for synchronous. In synchronous is like your school. In your school, when you were standing for prayer and you are going into your classroom, one child will stop and then everyone else will stop behind them. Okay, so that's synchronous, like school. But asynchronous is like your college. If one guy stopped, will anyone stop? No, they'll just pass by. They'll just leave them there and they just pass by and they'll go off, right? They'll not wait for anyone. If one person waited and no one else is going to wait, that is asynchronous. In asynchronous, what happens? Now, taking forward the same concept here. In asynchronous, if one record stops, one record fails to upload, it will not take it. It will go move forward. But in asynchronous, if one record fails, then all the other records which are after that, all will be failed. This is what will happen. Let's say 51st record failed to update because of some reason, wrong data, or you know we are trying to update alphabets in date or something like that, then it will stop. If it stops, everything else will stop in asynchronous. But synchronous is not like synchronous. It will stop everything. Asynchronous, it will just leave that particular record and it will go to the next record, jump to the next record. That is asynchronous. Okay, fine. So this IT underscore BDC data will be of type BDC data, which will have the properties of screen number, field number, all these things will be there in there. We'll see that now on the system. So for recording, what we'll do is we will go ahead and go to SHTV transaction. In the SHTV transaction, we have to go for the new recording. And in the new recording, I'll give the recording name as something like V Aditya and MM01. The transaction should be exactly the what we want to record. Okay, recording name can be anything. Start recording. And in this we have 5 aerospace, or in the aerospace we have this as retail. Retail apparel. Just doing some input here and go for the basic data. Say OK. And in this I'll go for something like textile 1, and base unit of measure I'm giving it as PC. Say OK. Say yes. PC means individual pieces. You can also give the unit of measure as meters or kilometers or whatever. So now we've got the recording. We have to save the recording. So we need to click on the recording, save. We need to click on save, and once we come back, you can see that the recording has been saved. V Aditya is the name of the recording. You have to select that and click on program, and we are going to download that into a program. So transfer from recording. Just say OK. Say OK here. And once we are OK, we're going to go for this recording. Say OK. We just need to click on enter here. Source code. Click on the source code. Click on actually, if you have a package, it's better to save it in a package. But anyways, I'm just clicking here, and the recording gets downloaded here into the program. This is a program in which the recording got downloaded. This is a very important include program BDC RECXN, which will be used later. But we are going to copy the code from this 10th line. From the 10th line, whatever recording that we have, I will explain you about this recording in detail. So till this 41st line, we just need to select that. and then we need to go ahead and use that in the program that we have done before in the before session. So we have this as upload, change, and in this we just have to comment this, go for this, loop at it underscore mm01 to w underscore mm01 and loop. Now in this we have to uh, in the program we just need to add additional features, like we need to add here one internal table which is it underscore BDC data, type BDC data, type standard table of BDC data, and then w underscore BDC data, type BDC data. So in this what we have is the internal table and work area are there. So this internal table and work area are used to place the data inside that screen. So if you go and observe in the BDC data, we'll have these fields like program name, DynPro, DynBegin, fname, fval, these all things will be there. So these all will help us to actually place the data in the right place. Now what we need to do is we need to add the loop here before this recording, loop at it underscore mm01 into w underscore mm01, and then we have to go and loop. So we have this data. So now we have to go for this what do you call in the inside the loop we have to have this data. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll go ahead and change the names. So this is the first screen. Wherever there is a DynPro, it means a new screen will be started. So till here it's first screen. From here it's second screen. In the first screen, if you see, for our comfort, they have given the hard-coded value in the next line. So what we have to do is we have to go for here WA underscore MM01 hyphen MATNR. Now here we have commented this, right? Here we will write WA underscore MM01 hyphen MBRSH. Then we have WA underscore MM01 WA underscore MM01 hyphen MTART. Now these are the three things that we have in the first screen, and in the second screen we have to write this. In the second screen we have uploaded this textile one. This is the one. We comment this, and we'll go for WA underscore MM01 hyphen MAKTX. So then we have to go for MEINS. So these are the values that we have here, and then we'll go ahead with so here we have okay, I hope it's audible now. So this is like we have to go for refresh. Here we need to give for refresh IT underscore BDC data. This is something which we have right there, and then we need to go for call transaction. MM01 using IT underscore BDC data mode A update A mode A update A. So call transaction MM01 using IT underscore BDC data mode A update A. This is what we have to write in the inside the loop. So after the loop, we need to write two forms. If you remember, when we are talking about the subroutines concept, every perform should have a form below. So here we have a perform. So for this perform, we need to have a form below. So and form we have to write some logic, but we don't have to worry about this. There is already ready-made form which we have it in that include program BDC RECX1. BDC RECX1. This will be the include program which will have it in the recording. Recording first line will have that options. So in this you have to come completely down below. Here we'll have this form. Now these have to be copied here, but with slight changes. Like here we have to give it as IT underscore BDC data. No, for W underscore BDC data. And here also we need to give it as W underscore BDC data. W underscore BDC data. And here append W underscore BDC data into IT underscore BDC data. Then we have IT underscore BDC data. No, W underscore. Here also W underscore BDC. To IT underscore BDC data. Here instead of no data we have to give it a space. Basically space denotes no data. Actually in the past no data used to be considered as space. If you leave something as blank, it was considered as no data in the past versions, but in the latest version no, if you keep some field as blank, it means it should take it as space, not as no data. Okay, that's how they have changed it. That's the reason we have to change that from no data space to no data. Save it. Activate. Now this has been done. And here if you observe call transaction MM01 using IT underscore BDC data mode A update A. So mode is A, update is A. This is what we have. So hello. Now since I have selected that as mode A means all screen display, all screens will be displayed. If I would have given it as no screen display, mode N, then none of the screens would have been displayed. Directly it would have shown you the output. Say OK. Say OK. See, all these are automatically coming from the flat file. If you see the shafts, PC, this is what we have given in the flat file. Say OK. And next, second record is coming now. We have entered this. Third record is coming. That's it. So all the three records have been uploaded, and now you can go into MM01 Mara table and we can check the data as well. So whatever data we have uploaded here, we can open Mara database table and display. And this we have So we can select the created on and we can select the today's date and we can check the records. Okay. So maybe the options are not there yet. If we select the empty ART, we can go into SE16N and check it out. SE16N. This is just for browsing the data. So created on, we can give created on specifically today's date. I'll give it as 14th to 16th. And we'll be able to see that record, like we have just now uploaded this value A12349, A12349X, Y, Z. So this is the record that been uploaded now, and with all these things. So if you observe, a few things are automatically getting updated, like today's date, username who uploaded it, and few things like that are automatically updated. Material client number also is updated automatically. A few things are updated automatically, and few things we uploaded it. So now we have successfully uploaded the data into the Mara standard table using the MM01 transaction. So this completes this project.